up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was gonna stop. I thought Lil Bird was gonna turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably up in prison. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, Joshua or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy. Well, hello, people. Hello. How the hell are you? We are here. Today is Wednesday. Hopefully you are having a wet Wednesday. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever wet means for you, fill in the blank. Wet could mean whatever you want it to mean. But I hope you having a wet one. Anyway, y'all, I know I'm a bit late today, but that's because we were over on Teacher Project 2.0 doing what we do. Me and Really B were over there giving the people the information. So a lot of people probably thought I wasn't going live. So if y'all would, for me, please share this video out. Please hit the like button. Please share the video out, because a lot of people probably are thinking that I'm not going live. And so I don't want people to think that they missed out on my live today because I'm going a little bit later. So please hit the like button, share the video out, let the people know that L Teddy 27, yes, is indeed live, because I don't think YouTube gonna do us no favors. Okay, so yeah, let's do all of the things, share it with all of the people, and make it do what it do. Let me say hello to y'all, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this party started, y'all. We already late, but we're gonna do it like only we can, okay? Like only we can. Let's see who's first today. First up, Tracy W is the first pupil in class and in her desk. Hey, boo. Candace F is here. Terrence Green, one of our new subscribers, is here and in the building. Is that you, Terrence, or is that your son up in that picture? Hey, crazy homebody girl, what's going on, beautiful? Hey, tacos and tequila. Hey, Cassandra, what's going on, my love? Hey, Tanya, boo. Me and Tanya was just together. I was over there with Tanya about a couple hours ago. Me and Tanya was together. You know, we had to sit down and have a chit chat. Shout out to my girl Tanya at Lazy Boy Snacks. If you have not done so already, go over to uh, uh, go over there to Instagram, type in Lazy Boy Snacks underscore. You'll find them, and they'll give you all of the treats that you need infused with nature's goodness. Shout out to Lazy Boy Snacks. Tanya says she still ain't made it home, and I left Tanya at like 4:30. Tanya left me at like 4:30. She still ain't child Tanya. Mm, mm, mm. That was about an hour and a half ago. Hey, Janae Boo. What's going on? Hey, Katrina. Hey, Paul. Child. It's hump day, Paul. Well, who's humping you? Or in the words of one Miss Hate Retha, who's zooming who? That's what Hate Retha said. Hate Retha said, who's zooming who? Hey, Sweet Cherry, how you doing today, sweetheart? Glad to have you. I see you are a member. Are you a new member, Sweet Cherry? And are you in the members only Discord? If you are, I see that you're a member. If you're not, if you're a member and you're not down to the members only Discord, make sure you send me a DM on Instagram so I can send you the link to, or send me an email, either one, so I can send you the link to the members only Discord. You say it's a whacked out Wednesday, okay? Hey, Lady Majil. I believe Lady Majil is already in the members only Discord. Hey, boo. Montrez, what's good, bruh? Tarshell, how you doing? I know Tarshell is over there. I know Demetria is already up in there. The way she be cutting up down to the members only Discord. Hey, Tawana Boo, you need a strong drink, Tawana, not strong, but strong drink. Child, don't we all? Don't we all? Hey, China White, how you doing today, Boo? You all right? You okay today, my love? Miss Baythang, how's things over there in the Bay Area? Y'all all right over there in the Bay Area? Hey, Universal Goddess. Sak passe. Child, they do ship Demetria. Yes, they do. Just let her know. Hit her up. They absolutely ship. Mm-hmm. Child. Hey, TJ. Child, TJ. This new job, we have you working all the time. We don't be seeing you in the chat like we used to. We cannot be robbed of our TJ. And Sak passe to you, TJ. Child. Um, Child. You been MIA from the members only chat for a minute? Child, you ain't missing nothing. They still over there cutting up like they always do. You all right? How am I? I'm all right today. I am all right. Child. Demetrius say I'm about to inbox. My money good. Oh, okay. Um, put a link to Lazy Boy Snacks in the members only chat. I can do that. Matter of fact, let me do that now. I'm gonna put it in the members only chat, and then or Tanya can drop it in the chat. Well, Tanya driving, so she can't do it right now. But hold on, I can put it in the No, that's not what I need. All right, that's what I need. So, all right, I'm gonna put it in the chat, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna put a link to them in the chat. All right. There's the link to Lazy Boy Snacks. Is in the chat. All right. If you need them, that's their link right there. I'll also put it in the members only chat. It'll be under YouTube shit in the members only chat. Okay. So you can find it also in the members only chat under YouTube shit. All right. So that's that. Everybody got that? Awesome. Beautiful. Oh, it's a picture of Blue Ivy. Oh, that look like a boy. That's Blue Ivy. Oh, dear God. Child. Oh, you got classes too? Oh, okay. Hey, Xavier. Mm-hmm. What you got going on? I did see it, Demetria. Hey, Antonia. How you doing, my love? Ciao. So that go ahead and hit up Lazy Boy Snacks. We do free promotion around here for Lazy Boy Snacks. They got the good stuff, okay? Don't take too much because you will be high as a giraffe's coochie. I'm just trying to tell you, play around with the Lazy Boy. You will listen. It will get you right. They don't play around. Anyway, if y'all ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a shondo in the chat so we can get this party started and do what we do around these parts. Ciao. 420 is actually on Easter today, this year. So we're gonna have a bunch of high ass people on Easter this year. God bless us. God save America. God bless America. Ciao. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. Do not go back to school, child. Thankfully, some of us are done with school. Praise God. So, our Black History person, our person for Black women's history today is somebody that some of y'all should know just from her picture. When I put this woman's picture up, some of y'all gonna know who she is right offhand. Some of y'all, as soon as I put this woman's picture up, you're going to see her and say, oh, yes, I know who she is. Others of y'all, you may know who she is when I give you her name. And then the rest of y'all will know after we go through go through her profile. But I knew who this woman was. I just didn't know everything about her and all that she had done. And so once I read her profile and everything about her, I was like, oh wow, I did not know all of those things about this woman. So we'll give you her now. Now, do y'all know, anybody know who this woman is right here? Now, some of y'all in the chat, just by the picture alone, you know who she is. Anybody know who this woman is? This Black woman. Anybody know? Trying to see who we got in the chat. Well, let me give you her name. The woman you see on the screen is none other than Lucy Diggs Slow. Now that I've given a name, some people know who she is. That is Lucy Diggs Slow. Exactly, Crimson 25. That is Lucy Diggs Slow. I already knew that she was a founder of AKAs. She's one of the 9 founders. However, people often try to make her related to our founder in Kappa Alpha Psi, Elder Watson Diggs. They try to say that they're cousins and they have no familial relation at all. They just happen to share that last name, but they're not there's no they're not related that way. All right. So that is Lucy Diggs Slow. Let me give you her story. I did not know her whole story. I just knew her as one of the founders for AKA, but I did not know all of her story. So here's the story of Lucy Diggs Slow. Lucy Diggs Slow was a trailblazer as an academic and athlete. In 1922, she was the first African American woman to serve as permanent dean of women and professor of English at Howard University. Slow established a separate women's campus and three new dormitories to address women's academic, physical, professional, and social development on the Howard campus. In 1917, however, Slow became the first African American to win a national title in any sport. She won her first women's title at the American Tennis Association's tournament in Baltimore, Maryland. She would later win a total of 17 cup championships. In 2011, Slow was inducted into the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame. Lucy Diggs Slow was born on July 4th, 1883, in Berryville, Clark County, Virginia, the youngest of seven children to Henry Slow, a hotel operator, and Fanny Potter Slow. Sadly, a year later in 1884, her father died, and 5 years later, when she was 6 years old, her mother died. She was adopted and raised by her paternal aunt, Martha Slow Price, who, excuse me, who moved Lucy and her sister Charlotte from Virginia to Baltimore, Maryland. Slow later graduated as a salutatorian from the Baltimore Colored High School in 1904. In the fall of 1904, she received a scholarship to attend Howard University. In 1908, while at Howard University, Slow was one of the 9 founding members of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the first Greek letter sorority for college educated African American women. Later that year, she graduated from Howard University as valedictorian. After graduation, she held her first teaching appointment at Douglas High School in Baltimore, Maryland. In 1915, Slow graduated with a master's degree from Columbia University's Graduate School of Arts and Science in New York. 4 years later, in 1919, the Washington, D.C. school system installed Slow as the first principal of Shaw Junior High School. Under Slow's leadership, the school developed curricula and created an advanced teacher training program. Slow also partnered with Columbia University to offer an extension course in education attended by Black and white junior high school teachers. Slow was also a significant mentor and a tireless advocate for thousands of Black women in higher education. In 1923, she became the president of the National Association of College Women, NACW, which worked to improve conditions for Black women faculty and encourage the publication of advanced scholarship among these professors. In 1929, Slow founded the National Association of Deans of Women and Advisors to Girls in Negro Schools, a national leadership organization to uplift the educational training and professional development of Black women. By 1935, Slow organized the National Council of Negro Women, NCNW, and served as its first secretary. She broke racial barriers as one of the earliest members of the mostly white American Association of University Women. Slow never had children nor married. For 15 years, she has been credited with mentoring nearly 1,000 students annually. By early 1937, Slow suffered from pleurisy, which caused shortness of breath, excessive fluid in her lungs, and kidney disease. She died in Washington, D.C. on October 21st, 1937, at the age of 52. Her long term open lesbian partner, Mary Powell Burrell, a public school teacher, was by her side when she passed. Lucy Diggs Slow is buried at Lincoln Memorial Cemetery in Suitland, Maryland. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Lucy Diggs Slow. Listen, I knew who she was, knew she was one of the founders of AKA, did not know all of that information about her. Glad that I could find that out. I like I said, I didn't even know she was a lesbian. And I didn't know she was the first African American to win a national title in any sport, male or female. Lucy Dick Slow. Like I said, storied history, um, and biography. Glad to learn. Glad to learn. Like I said, I'm learning with y'all every time I do a profile on one of these beautiful black queens. I learn more and more each time. So I'm so glad to hear of her story. Hey Janae, what's going on? Hey Simera. Hey Yana. Hey everybody coming in. Um, Child, Antonia. Now I asked if you knew who it was, and you didn't even say nothing, Antonia. Hey, Green Girl. Look at Demetria. Look, Jesus. She liked the cooch, okay? Lucy Dick Slow had her a whole lesbian partner, okay? I know you gonna let her like the cooch. Hey, Symmetry. But that's the story of Lucy Dick Slow. That's her profile. We are so glad to hear it. And I, like I said, I didn't know all that about her. I did not know all that about her. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, non binary, gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late, great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. In our first Sugar Spike story of the day, hey, Ronald, where you been? This is why we can't have nice things, Xavier. This is exactly why we can't have nice things, Xavier. Y'all see how Xavier be cutting up? This is why we can't have nice things. Hey, Uncle Jay. Lord. So, Canada says, y'all thought it was a game. We are here for all of the smoke. Let me read this to you. Amid a tense political climate, a Canadian airline says it is canceling flights between Canada and a Tennessee city already targeted by the country's tariffs. In response to tariffs enacted by President Trump, Canadians have made their opinion of the U.S. clear, booing the country's national anthem at NHL and NBA games and removing American made goods, including Tennessee whiskey, from their store shelves. Recent reports show Canadians are also avoiding any trips to the U.S., according to the Canadian press. They have been canceling travel plans. Excuse me. Data from travel agency Flight Center Travel Group Canada showed leisure bookings to U.S. cities dropped 40% in February over last February, with 1 in 5 customers canceling U.S. trips over the previous 3 months. Canadian airlines have taken note. One in particular, Flair Airlines, recently announced it would end flights to Nashville. Quote, I can confirm that Flair won't be flying to Nashville this summer, end of quote, said Kim Bowie, director of communications for Flair Airlines. According to Flair's website, the airline's flights to Nashville are its only route to Tennessee. During a Monday meeting of the Tennessee House Finance Ways and Means Committee, Department of Tourist Development Commissioner Mark Ezell said it's a loss of about 18,000 seats. Quote, we see travelers quickly react to political news, and then we see that great marketing overcomes that traveler's settlement. End of quote. He said, as he expressed concerns about the cancellation, but confidence that the challenge will be overcome because of Tennessee's great assets. What great assets? Oh, he's going to tell us. Quote, do you really want to miss seeing the Smoky Mountains? Do you really want to miss getting to go to Graceland? End of quote. I don't want to go to Graceland. And every time I pass through them goddamn mountains, I'm in fear of my life, well being, and safety. So if I never go to those mountains again, I'll be glad. Like, you're not helping your cause. Okay. Now, Canada's not the only ones. I'm sorry, Flair is not the only one. Air Canada has also said that it's going to reduce flights to Arizona, Florida, and Las Vegas starting this month, while WestJet told Canadian press that it had seen bookings shift from the US to places like Mexico and the Caribbean. Sunwing Airlines, and these are all Canadian airlines, had dropped all of its US flights has dropped all of its U.S. flights, while Air Transat has reduced service to the country the United States. Another Canadian airline, Porter Airlines, told the National Post it was pulling back on its advertising of American destinations because, quote, some Canadians may view this negatively, end of quote. Even while all of this is going on, major U.S. airlines like Delta, Southwest, and American Airlines have issued warnings about falling travel demands. We're here. Listen, Canada say y'all with that fuck shit. Y'all have it. Y'all got it. I mean, Mr. Ezel, you ain't help your cause talking about, yeah, who wants to miss seeing the Smoky Mountains? We don't give a damn about no damn Smoky Mountains. That's not inviting. Oh, yes. Who wants to miss seeing Graceland? Bitch, what? I ain't never been to that fucker and ain't trying to go. I don't give a damn about Elvis. That bitch dead and gone. And ain't do nothing but copy black people his whole life. And died on the floor of his goddamn bathroom, damn near choking to death from trying to eat a Twinkie while he went into fucking cardiac arrest. Fat bastard. Child. That's what I want to see, Janae. Janae say we live here, we don't care. Right. We don't care. Child. Y'all just be cutting the fuck up in this goddamn chat. See, this is what I be talking about. This is why we cannot have nice things. Because y'all asses be in the goddamn chat cutting up. Child. Yeah. Y'all ain't shit. Child. Y'all ain't shit. He probably did die from constipation and stomach issues. I don't know. He died from being a fat bastard. Tennessee ain't worth a damn because every time we look up, they passing some new law to discriminate against black people. They're passing some new racist law every time we look up. Hey, Catherine Powell. Child. Child. Well, then there's that. You say cutting up is what y'all do? Child. Symmetry says she live in East Tennessee and not far from the Smoky Mountains and haven't been in years. Ain't nobody trying to go to that mess. I hate driving through Tennessee because of all of the goddamn mountains in Tennessee. I'm always in fear for my safety, and I always end up getting trapped in between all of these big ass 18 wheelers or the semis. Because instead of them staying on the far right lane, them bastards got to be in the far left lane, and now I'm stuck in the middle of these bastards, and we riding by fucking these mountains where at any given moment, I'm thinking some boulder is going to come drop down on top of me in my car. I mean, the scariest thing in the world is when you riding down the mountains and they have these dirt ramps on the side for when the trucks careen down the mountain out of control, and they need a ramp to go up to stop their to stop them from running into somebody because the air brakes won't help them. Just a mess. That's a scary place to drive through. What is that? I-85? I think it's I-85. I think that's I-85 that go through Tennessee. I think I-75 go through parts of Tennessee too, but I know I-85 go through it. It's just a scary place to drive through. Right, and the signs say "Watch for falling rocks." I'd be real scared driving through Tennessee. Let's be clear. Child, you got to remind yourself people from other states actually like Virginia Beach. Child, a mess. But Canada say they're here for the smoke. Y'all thought it was a game. It's not a game for them. They're here for all of the smoke. I-65 north is hell too, child. Child. Don't I-65 go through Memphis? Child, I can't remember. I think I-75 goes through Chattanooga and Nashville. I think I-75 goes through Chattanooga and Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. Child, don't make me lie, honey. Anyway, we got to move on. Well, do this for me. Put a 27 in the chat if you have a parent or grandparent that is on Social Security. Please put a 27 in the chat for me if you have a parent or grandparent that is receiving Social Security. Thank you, Yana. I thought I was right. Not 65 in any direction is hell. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a caregiver or you are caring for a parent or loved one on Social Security. Please do that for me, please. And I say that because this story is going to is going to be of interest to you, and you need to pay attention to this story here. So and a lot of people are what we call sandwich adults. What are sandwich adults? Sandwich adults are adults who are taking care of their elderly parents on the top end and then taking care of their children that are not yet grown on the bottom end. So those are what we call sandwich adults. You got to take care of your own kids as in addition to taking care of your parents as well, and you sandwiched in the middle, taking care of both. And it's hard for people who fall into those categories. However, so this information that I'm going to give you is going to be some important information for you. So the Social Security Administration said Monday, it will no longer allow individuals to verify their identity over the phone, but instead require online authentication or in-person visits for those seeking benefit claims and direct deposit changes. Quote, SSA will permit individuals who do not or cannot use the agency's online My Social Security services to start their claim for benefits on the telephone. However, the claim cannot be completed until the individual's identity is verified. End of quote. And that's according to a blog post on the SSA website. It went on to say, quote, the agency therefore recommends calling to request an in-person appointment to begin and complete the claim in one interaction. End of quote. Changes are set to go into effect March 31st, the end of this month, impacting more than 72 million Americans who rely on the platform amid a slew of planned office closures across the country. The Department of Government Efficiency's website says it plans to shut down at least 47 Social Security field offices in places with large rural communities, including Kentucky, North Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. I want y'all to gather all of this information now. Many of those areas rely on the Affordable Connectivity Program for increased access to the internet through discounted services bills. However, the program shut down in June of 2024 due to a lack of funding from Congress. Social Security benefits will now be required to travel. Beneficiaries, will now be required to travel to alter their benefits and account services. Now, Doge has said that the changes will, quote, help prevent Social Security direct deposit fraud associated with fraudsters calling the SSA on the phone and changing the direct deposit bank account, end of quote. The SSA added that it plans to implement the Treasury Department's Bureau of the Fiscal Services Payment Integrity Service called Account Verification Service, which provides instant bank verification services to prevent fraud associated with direct deposit change requests. It will also expedite processing of all direct deposit change requests to one business day. In the past, online direct deposit changes were held for 30 days. That I'm going to put this story in the chat because I know there's a lot of information in this story that you all may need to be aware of, but let me help you understand what's going on here. You start off by telling us you're shutting down almost 50 field offices in multiple states. You then say if you need to make any changes to your Social Security claims or how your Social Security direct deposit is happening, you can't do it or complete it over the phone anymore. You can't complete your claims over the phone no more. You can't make changes to your direct deposit or anything like that anymore. You're going to either have to go online or go into the offices. Now, most of the places that need it the most are rural areas. Newsflash, rural areas are the places most directly affected with things on the internet because internet connectivity is not that great. And y'all have not improved the infrastructure in these areas to support the bandwidth, the broadband demand in some of these areas. You haven't done enough to increase that. And that coupled with, to add insult to injury, you're shutting down the offices in these areas. So now you're telling people that they got to drive an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to the next Social Security office with which to complete any claims or to make any changes to their account. Hey, Pinky Tiki. A mess. And understand this is purposely done to be cruel. This is purposely done to make people angry and upset with the Social Security Administration, an administration that was already understaffed and not really working as a fit in the best way possible for the people to which it was designed to work and serve. And so now you're closing offices, cutting staff, and then you're making it harder for people to file claims or make changes on their accounts. It is willfully and intentionally being done to be cruel to some of the most vulnerable in our society. This is what's happening. And stuff like this has no discrimination or has no understanding of race, religion, political ideations. If you need Social Security, you just need Social Security. Mind you, we paid into Social Security our whole adult lives while we were working. So now we have a situation where you're intentionally making the government not work for the people. Now, this is all in their bid to try to find reasons to privatize Social Security. And please be clear, at the moment where we privatize Social Security, we're going to be in a whole big situation. But I wanted to put this information out there because I know many of us have family and loved ones that do receive Social Security benefits. Some of us may be on Social Security benefits. And so this is the type of stuff that should be front page news. This is the type of stuff that will affect a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. Many of us live in those states that I called out. Let me call those states out again, where they're closing offices: Kentucky, North Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. That's a lot of people. Let me say again: Kentucky, North Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, and Florida. They're closing offices in those states. Here we are. In more sugar spiky news, I listen, y'all. I just try to give y'all the information. I try to make sure I put the link to the article in the chat because I know many of us many of us could be affected by this by virtue of our family, our loved ones, or even ourselves that may, or even some of us that may be receiving Social Security. Um, the Trump administration has suspended approximately $175 million in federal funding for the University of Pennsylvania over a transgender swimmer who last competed for the school in 2022. They suspended approximately $175 million in federal funding to the University of Pennsylvania, that would be an Ivy League school, over a transgender swimmer who last competed for the school 3 years ago in 2022. The president signed an executive order on February 5th that intended to ban transgender athletes from competing in girls and women's sports. The next day, the education department announced an investigation into Penn's swimming program, but the Ivy League school's federal money was suspended in a separate review of the discretionary federal money going to universities. The money that was paused came from the Defense Department and the Department of Health and Human Services. A Penn spokesperson said the school had not received any notification or details of the action. So y'all just gonna do this and give no paperwork, no nothing. Don't tell us nothing. Just say no, you ain't getting no money. Quote, it is important to note, however, that Penn has always followed NCAA and Ivy League policies regarding student participation on athletic teams. We have been in the past and remain today in full compliance with the regulations that apply to not only Penn, but all of our NCAA and Ivy League peer institutions. End of quote. And that's according to Ron Ozio, who's the spokesperson for University of Pennsylvania. The investigation opened by the Education Department's Office for Civil Rights focuses on Leah Thomas, who swam on the school's women's team and was the first openly transgender athlete to win a Division I title in 2022. Thomas graduated from Penn the same year in 2022. At the time, the NCAA used a sport by sport approach to allowing transgender athletes to participate, deferring to an individual sports national governing organization, international federation, or prior established International Olympic Committee criteria. Thomas competed under those guidelines, which allowed female transgender swimmers who had completed 1 year of hormone replacement therapy to compete. Trump's executive order on transgender athletes allowed federal agencies to withhold funding if any entity does not follow the administration's interpretation of Title IX, which outlaws sex based discrimination in schools and colleges. The order interprets sex as the gender someone was assigned at birth. The NCAA changed its policy the day after the order was signed, ending its sport by sport practice in favor of a blanket policy that only allows athletes assigned female at birth to participate in women's sports. The education department also opened reviews of San Jose State volleyball and the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association. Now, they're doing this shit retroactively. Now they're cutting. Hey, Lovely 31 Blueprint. They're cutting hundreds of millions of dollars. Hey, Morgan, from schools retroactively. Okay, you're cutting funds from these schools for something that was done 3 years ago in complete compliance with all NCAA rules, all Ivy League rules, because that's their league. Uh, uh, they're in compliance with every rule. Did not was did not go against any rule. You and the student has graduated 3 years ago. You do realize there was a whole different president at that time. You also realize that federal funding dictates that they should be in compliance with all rules and policies at that time, which they were. Here's my question. Here's my question. You see how there's this attack because we have to protect the women from transgender women, from men in sports, because women should be protected. And now they're retroactively punishing schools. Since you are in the business of retroactively punishing schools, why don't you retroactively punish all of those schools that discriminated against Black people, that purposefully kept us off their campuses, that use state state-run police agencies, sheriff departments, state troopers, and even the National Guard to keep Black students from attending these universities? A blatant, a blatant illegal action and violation of the Constitution. But they did it anyway. So since we're retroactively removing federal funds, how about we retroactively remove federal funds from schools like University of Alabama, Ole Miss, University of Texas or Texas University, University of Florida, the Tennessee Vols, University of Kentucky, Louisville University, University of South Carolina. How about University of Virginia in Charlottesville? Because all of these universities have a storied history of racism, bigotry, and discrimination. So since we're in the business, now mind you, University of Pennsylvania did not do anything illegal or anything out of compliance with NCAA. Since this is what we're doing, I'm just asking. And all I want y'all to pay attention here. This is intentional and deliberate. This is being done. If you notice, there's an attack on Ivy League schools, Harvard University, Columbia University, UPenn. All of these are Ivy League schools. The quote unquote cream of the crop. So here's my thing. They're doing this to those schools to send a message to every other school. Y'all ain't nowhere near Ivy League. So if we do it to Ivy League, trust and believe it'll be done to you tenfold. And it's a scare tactic to make all of those other schools and institutions fall in line. No different from when they would lynch black people and leave the body hanging there for days sometimes to remind black people, fall your ass in line or you're going to end up like them. That's what we got going on here. I just want y'all to see it for what it is. This shit is illegal. I'm sure University of Pennsylvania will be suing the fuck shit out of the federal government, but this is crazy as hell. Exactly, Uncle Jay. Oh, we know they would never do it, Tracy. Oh, we know that. A mess. A damn mess. Just a damn mess. Moving on. In more sugar spiky news, the Pentagon has announced that it's cutting up to 60,000 civilian jobs. The Defense Department will reduce its size as part of the Trump administration's efforts to enhance government efficiency by trimming the federal workforce and cutting spending. Excuse me. The action will likely impact tens of thousands of civilian employees. On Tuesday, March 18th, yesterday, a senior defense official told reporters that the Pentagon will cut about 50,000 to 60,000 civilian jobs. The Department of Defense aims to reduce the civilian workforce by 5% to 8%. The same official said less than 21,000 civilian employees took the voluntary resignation offered by the administration in January. Currently, the Pentagon employs about 900,000 civilian workers. The reduction plan involves eliminating approximately 6,000 positions each month by not replacing workers who leave. However, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reportedly wants assurances that civilian cuts will not harm military readiness. Oh, so when it comes to the Department of Defense, now you're concerned about these cuts affecting the department and how well the department is able to carry out its duties. Every other department, we don't give a fuck. But magically, when it's the Defense Department, because I told y'all we're on our way to spending $1 trillion on the defense budget. Now they don't already cut over $5,000 5,000 not dollars 5,000 probationary workers last month, and now we're talking 50 to 60,000 employees that could lose their job. Just wanted you to know. Just wanted you to know. Moving on. Don't say you are not informed. Mm, mm, mm. In an update on the situation from Mahmoud Khalil, now a federal judge in New York has denied the Trump administration's bid to dismiss the legal challenge brought by Mahmoud Khalil, the recent Columbia graduate and Palestinian activist who was detained by immigration enforcement agents earlier this month, and has ordered the case be transferred from Louisiana to New Jersey. Khalil, a permanent U.S. resident with a green card who helped lead Columbia University's pro-Palestinian protest last spring, was arrested in New York on March 8th by federal immigration authorities. He was transferred first to New Jersey, then to Louisiana, where he is currently detained. The Trump administration his deportation, but 2 days after his arrest, the New York federal judge Jesse Furman ordered that Khalil not be deported while his legal challenge continues. Federal prosecutors then asked the New York court handling the case to transfer Khalil's challenge to his arrest and detention to Louisiana. His attorneys have advocated for his return to New York. They have requested that he be released on bail, which would allow him to reunite with his wife, an American citizen who is due to give birth next month. In his order this morning, Judge Furman explained that given the fact that Khalil was in detention in New Jersey at the time his lawyers submitted their petition, meant that the New York court, quote, lacks jurisdiction over most, if not all, of Khalil's claims, end of quote. Judge Furman further stated that since the District of New Jersey was, quote, the one and only district in which Khalil could have filed his petition when he did, end of quote, the legal statutes governing the transfer of civil cases from one federal district court to another dictate that the case be set there rather than Louisiana. Now, here's the deal. Why is this important? Louisiana is located where? Louisiana is located in the Fifth Circuit. And what do we know about the Fifth Circuit? The Fifth Circuit is where democracy goes to die. And the Trump administration wanted nothing more than this case to be tried in the Fifth Circuit. The judge said, no, boo-boo. It's going back up to now I'm not sure what circuit the New Jersey is in. I know it's not in the First Circuit. Let me see. I forgot what circuit New Jersey is in. What federal circuit is New Jersey in? New Jersey is in the Third Circuit Court. New Jersey is in the Third Circuit. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Terrence. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it was done. We'll see, Miss Kiki. I think one of the federal judges is going to step in and tell them they got to rehire them people back anyway, just like they did with USAID. Moving on, in more sugar spiky news because it just keeps coming. The Justice Department has removed disability guidelines for U.S. businesses. The Department of Justice removed 11 guidelines for U.S. businesses on compliance with the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, including some that deal with COVID-19 and masking and accessibility. The ADA was signed into law in 1990 and is the key civil rights law that protects Americans with disabilities from discrimination. Updates have already been made to the ADA.gov website to reflect the removal of guidances. Multiple pages were removed from the ADA's archive website, including one page that explained how retail businesses are required to have accessible features and another on customer service practices for hotel and lodging guests with disabilities. In a webpage titled, quote, COVID-19 and the Americans with Disabilities Act, end of quote, the Justice Department removed 5 out of 7 questions that were listed on the page as recently as early March. The removed guidance includes questions about whether the Justice Department issues exemptions for mask requirements and resources to help explain an employee with a disabilities right to an employer during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a press release, the Justice Department called the guidance, quote, unnecessary and outdated, end of quote. The press release also said, quote, avoiding confusion and reducing the time spent understanding compliance may allow businesses to deliver price relief to consumers, end of quote. Wait a minute, wait a minute. So what you're telling me is you want to tell me that not having businesses comply with ADA is designed to help deliver price release to consumers. So infringing upon the rights of individuals with disabilities is how you intend to help businesses reduce, quote, deliver price relief to consumers, end of quote. You do realize that these businesses don't give a damn about reducing prices. If you tell them that they don't have to comply with ADA, they're going to not comply and take that money and count it as profit. They're not going to reduce their prices. You do realize that, right? So now what you're telling me is it's open season for businesses across the country to be in non-compliance with the ADA, right? Fuck people with disabilities, right? Fuck the Americans with Disabilities Act, right? Because they're going to put that COVID-19 on that. That's the part that they're focusing on. I was very particular when I read this and noted that they removed pages, right, that explained how businesses are required to have accessible features and another on customer service practices for hotel and lodging guests with disabilities. So what you're saying is we don't give a damn about you having accessible features. It's the purpose is to be cruel. You know what, at Universal Goddess, I don't want us to get to the point where we're not surprised, we're not shocked. That's what they want. They want it to be when they do these cruel things, when they start stripping rights from us, they want it to be just a regular day in the park. Having all of our rights stripped from us, having us be disenfranchised, shitting on the Constitution is something that they want seen as just a regular day here in America. Nothing to see here. That's what they want. Those listen, in more news, the Trump administration is preparing to eliminate all federal funding for domestic HIV prevention programs, a move that health experts say will undo decades of progress in combating the epidemic. That's the first sentence of this article. I want to read that to you again. I want to read that to you again. The Trump administration is preparing to eliminate all federal funding for domestic HIV prevention programs, a move that health experts say will undo decades of progress in combating the epidemic. Now, let's be clear. I don't have HIV, but I use HIV prevention programs because I'm on PrEP so that I can keep myself from getting HIV. You know, I'm on PrEP so that I don't get it. So this directly affects me. Why is this important? Because the whole point in there being federal funding behind these programs is they know full well all of the drugs associated with HIV prevention, or if you have HIV with HIV treatment, are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. And without this government funding and subsidizing the the health insurance companies are going to do one of two things. They're either not going to cover it at all, meaning everything will be out of pocket for you, or the coverage that they give you is going to be reduced where you're going to end up having to pay more out of pocket for these medications anyway. Now, what that means is if this happens, everybody's not going to be an L Teddy that says, well, if they strip all that for me, we going to listen, we're going to protect ourselves to the nth degree so that we don't get anything, right? Everybody ain't going to do that. Some of these people going to be out here raw dogging it, spreading it around. And we need things like this in order to prevent. Let me keep reading the article. This is catastrophic, y'all. This is dangerous, dangerous, dangerous stuff going on here. The decision, which could be announced within the next 48 hours, would shut down the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's HIV Prevention Division and halt all federally funded prevention efforts, according to multiple sources familiar with the matter. The Wall Street Journal was the first to report on the development, citing sources within the Department of Health and Human Services who say the move is part of a broader restructuring effort targeting federal public health programs. When asked for comment, HHS Deputy Press Secretary Emily Hilliard told The Advocate that no decision has been made. Quote, HHS is following the administration's guidance and taking a careful look at all divisions to see where there is overlap that could be streamlined to support the president's broader efforts to restructure the federal government. This is to ensure that HHS better serves the American people at the highest and most efficient standard. End of quote, she said. Additionally, an HHS official told news outlets that if the decision is made, this work would be continued elsewhere at HHS. Quote, we are so close in America to ending the HIV epidemic, and it's within reach in many ways. End of quote. And that's according to Adrian Shanker, who was Deputy Assistant Secretary for Health Policy under the Biden administration. He now leads Shanker Strategies LLC, a consulting firm focused on advancing LGBTQ plus health and nonprofit development. He went on to say, quote, it takes continued investment, not pulling back from it. And it's shocking and horrifying to hear that the Trump administration's CDC is looking at devastating cuts to domestic HIV funding, cuts that would take us backwards instead of forward in our domestic fight to end the HIV epidemic in the United States, end of quote. Scientists are saying Scientists are saying that 20 years of work in HIV uh, um, study research could be lost and erased. They don't care about us. Now, um, Jarer Redavosian, who's a research scientist at Yale University and a global health expert, warned that this move would lead to more infections, greater economic strain, and increased healthcare costs over time. He went on to tell news outlets, quote, this is a dangerous move. Putting prevention programs on hold today means paying a higher price tomorrow in lives, economic stability, and public health. End of quote. He emphasized that scientific advancements have brought HIV prevention to a turning point with long acting PrEP options expanding access. I'm on long acting PrEP option. I go every 2 months, get a shot, boom, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about it. My PrEP is good for the next 2 months. My doctor thinking about taking me to the 6 month one. One shot, boom, I don't got to see you for another 6 months. They also, I read, have developed a shot that works annually where you could take one shot a year and have your HIV prevention meds for the whole year. That's where we're going. And now they want to send us backwards. I remember having to take the PrEP pills, the one-a-day pills for PrEP. And now I can just go get my injections. But now this shit is out of order. Child, I'm glad I don't have to take the pill no more. Uncle Jay, I go get this good shot. It's called Apritude. That's the one that I take. Apritude. Um, you just take that good shot. You go to your doctor. Bim, bam, boom. And it's in and out in 5 minutes. The longest time I'm in there is waiting for them to call my name. I'm just saying. But they don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn. Now Americans, let me tell y'all something. This is our last sugar spiky story before we get deeper into the dossier. Now Americans will finally see what other countries have been enduring across the world. And it's so ironic that they cut USAID programs that have been offering programs like this and all kinds of other programs to other countries to help them out and help them out. Now we are seeing what other countries have had to live through under authoritarian regimes. Now we're finding out. It's called. Let me get you the spelling of it. Aptitude. Okay. Here's the website for it. It's called Aptitude. Here it is, Catherine Powell. Wait, did that go? Hold on. Oh, it might be too long. Hold on. Here it is. Sorry. Here's the website. It's called Aptitude. There it is. Now, people think that HIV prevention medications is only for the LGBTQ plus community. It's for everybody. You can get the hot sauce regardless of your sexual preference and or orientation. Please be clear. It's a lot of, at one point, I'm not sure the statistics now, but a few years ago, just before the pandemic, the highest growing population of HIV cases was Black women. Black women had the highest growing rates of HIV infection. It was Black women. Although all of the attention is given to the LGBTQ plus community because, because of sexual practices within the community, it does make them more susceptible to it. But this is before the pandemic. I have not seen the stats post pandemic, but prior to the pandemic, Black women were the demographic that was seeing the most infections of HIV. And so many times Black women just don't think about this. And a lot of times people have heterosexual sex and their biggest concern is getting pregnant. Oh, long as I got my plan B pill that I'm ready to take, or I'm already on birth control, or I might have an IUD. So their biggest thought is, oh, I just don't want to get pregnant. Not knowing that even though you may say, well, I done took the plan B pill, or I'm already on pregnancy, I may be on birth control, you out there can still get HIV or some other STD or STI. HIV is real out there. That's why I do everything I can to make sure I do all I can. Shoot. Everybody have slip ups. That's why you have a good doctor say, here's some Doxy Pep. Because you be around here tripping sometimes. A whore got to stay clean. This whore over here stays clean, okay? But I wanted to bring this story to you because this would be catastrophic. Something like this is catastrophic. And y'all know anytime these illnesses and diseases and viruses come, it affects our community exponentially worse than it affects theirs. I'm telling you, it does. It devastates our community. Um, There is oh, you said there's a 3-month injection called Combivir. I think that's the one I heard about. My doctor is looking into the 6-month one. My doctor says she wants to keep me on what I have now. It's been working. I've been on it for a year. She says it's working beautifully for me. She likes it. I don't have any adverse effects. She's doing her research right now on the 6-month shot. She My doctor likes to slow walk stuff. She don't like to just put me on something. She said, let me go do my research, let me go look at some trials and some studies, and let me go she says let me go look at my medical affairs information about it, and then she'll make a decision on if it's best for me. So the other thing is um insurance companies do not want to pay for these injections. I think she told me one of my when you go for the injection you get 2 shots. She said each regimen of the injections is like $17,000 per regimen. And my insurance company is like, we don't want to pay for this. We need you to get a pre-op for medical necessity. The other thing, I think the regular prep pills, I think those pills are between $3,000 or $4,000 a bottle for prep pills, and that's a 30-day supply. It's like between $3,000 and $4,000 a bottle. So no, Cabenuva is if you is HIV treatment. Cabenuva is for HIV treatment. So um yeah, Cabenuva is if you already have HIV, and that's for HIV treatment. But Apretude is PrEP. But yeah, they're trying to switch me to yeah, you have to do stuff like they have Gilead coupons. Gilead has a coupon program or a copay program. They have other services that you can do, copay programs that'll offset the um the price where you can pay nothing out of pocket for it. So there are programs, but here's the deal. A lot of those programs are government funded. That's the scary part. Like the Gilead coupon and some of the other nonprofit organizations that have services that will subsidize your either your PrEP treatment or your HIV treatment. Those have federally funded subsidies, and if they withhold those federal dollars, they're no longer going to be able to provide those programs, leaving it to the individual to pay out of pocket. Now you should also know that this administration is trying to remove the Biden administration put a cap on out of pocket expenses for medical insurance. I think it was a $3,000 max out of pocket, and once you reach that, the insurance company has to pay 100%. However, they're trying to remove those caps so that there is no longer, so that it's up to the insurance company to determine what your out of pocket cap is. Yeah, they listen, they hitting us from both ends. They're hitting us from both ends. So these are things certainly I learned a lot of this stuff having a conversation with my HR department. I know we have Tracy C. She's one of our experts. Um she's one of our HR experts, but my HR person, she knows a lot about medical and insurance and stuff. And whatever she don't know, she'll put me on the phone, and she and I will get on the phone, and they'll talk to our because we have Cigna. They'll talk to our company rep for Cigna or whoever the little person that works with our company, and they'll explain some stuff for us. But the first place I went that helped me understand a lot about my medical insurance with regard to a lot of these things is my HR department. I also talked to my doctor about it. She explained a lot to me, and so between the two of them, they really helped me out. Helped explain a lot to me on that, because my doctor talks to me a lot about the stuff on their side with pre-authorizations and all of that kind of stuff, and the way stuff gets paid on their end, and then with claims, and then there's the side from the insurance company. But find out what kind of insurance you got from your job and what it pays for, because when this stuff starts, when these government funding starts to go away, you're going to need to know what your rights are and what you can and cannot afford. As we leave the sugar spike segment and dive deeper into the dossier, um, Teyana Taylor, baby, we don't know what you got going on, ma'am. We really don't know what you got going on. Okay, now, um, at first yesterday, it was being reported that she was accusing Iman or wanting to have Iman jailed for leaking their divorce documents. And TMZ um reported on that. She, according to TMZ, she was alleging that false rumors regarding the assets she received in her divorce from Iman had led to hate speech and internet scrutiny, and stuff like that. And she charges Iman for disclosing false information, claiming she was given a tour bus, several properties, cars, and more. She clarified that there was no settlement because she and he received the money that the judge had given them. She added that her ex-husband took 3 houses, including one that was a present for her, and that she paid for the cars and tour bus that was provided to her. She also clarified that the court settlement um, um, point pointed out that it's no accident that a report about a false divorce settlement surfaced just as her career was taking off. This was all yesterday, right? So then today, she addressed the TMZ report alleging that she demanded that Iman be put in jail for allegedly leaking the divorce documents, right? Listen, she said, what did she say? Where am I at? Where am I at? I lost my place, y'all. Hold on. I lost my damn place. Oh, she said that she said that she doesn't believe that their divorce terms constitute a settlement because, quote, the parties only got what was awarded by the court, including vehicles and the tour bus, and that she said that she paid for that on her own. She says that she did not ask for him to be jailed. She says that she did that is a rumor and not true. She did not go to the court asking for him to be jailed. Um she did confirm that she was awarded 4 properties while he was awarded 3. She also noted that one of the 3 properties he received was a Miami condo that he originally gifted her. We just talked about there that uh, and it goes on and on and on, saying that everything that people are saying about her, including TMZ, is not true. Ma'am, I don't I don't care. I don't care. I don't. I mean, she went on Instagram Live to address it. And she was like, "How would that benefit me?" And all it, ma'am, I don't care. I'm not gonna even show y'all the video because there's a video. Ma'am, 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 Teyana, we do not care. We do not care. Leave us the fuck out of it. We don't care. We don't care. Hey, Lock Queen. Um, that's a good question, Ronnie. Ronald, that's a good question. Now, I'll ask her, but she's pretty researched on her own. Like she don't just rely on HHS or CDC guidance. She's pretty researched on her own. But we don't care. We leave us out of it. Go away. Go with God. For those of you distraught over the fact that in 2 months you're gonna have to start paying for your bags down to the Southwest Airlines. Frontier Airlines says, hold up, wait a minute, let us put some boom in it. Nah, they said that they're gonna start offering free bags in order to lure some of you Southwest Airlines people over there. I'm not going. I'm just gonna have to, bite the bullet and pay for my bags. Okay. I'm not going over the Frontier Airlines. Okay. They say Frontier Airlines says that they're launching a limited time promotion that offers free checked bags and carry-on bags. The move comes just after Southwest announced it would start charging for checked bags. Frontier's deal called quote, your new love, end of quote, includes a free carry-on bag, a free checked bag, and complimentary seat selection and flight changes. Travelers can access the offer by booking a flight by March 24th. You got until Monday. And using the promo code free bag. The promo code is free bag, all one word, all caps, FREEBAG. So that's the promo code for trips departing between. Now, the trip got to be between May 28th and August 18th. Now, May 28th is the same day Southwest new baggage fees go into effect. Mm. Y'all going over there? Anybody going? I don't fly Spirit or Frontier. I'm just telling y'all what I don't. I don't fly that shit. I'm, I'm not going over there. I'm flying Delta. I would sometimes fly Southwest if it was cheaper and I could get um because the bags was free. But no, I'm not going over there. I'll stick with my Delta and just leave it at that. I'm not doing nope. Nope. I ain't never flown Frontier, but from everything I know, the people say it's just like Spirit. I only flew Spirit one time in my life, and that was 10 years ago in 2015. And I would never do it again. Never do it again. Never. I made that mistake one time and never would do it again. That was 10 years ago in 2015. Baby, listen. I'm not going over there to Frontier. Y'all let me know how the Frontier Airlines work. I'm not going over there. I listen. I ended up having a flight out of Delta, right? I was in Terminal B. They told us that they moved our flight to Terminal, I think it was Terminal F or something like that. It was either Terminal D or Terminal F. One of them terminals I ain't never been to. Baby, I went over there and they had a bunch of Spirit and Frontier Airlines counters. That shit was like the fucking wild, wild west. Like I thought I was morphed into another dimension. That shit was the fucking hood over there. Listen, hey Jay Parrish, that shit was the fucking hood over there. I went over there to the terminal. Somebody done been down there to Atlanta Hartsfield. It's either terminal D or F. It's one of those two, I think it was. Most of the time, I'm terminal A, maybe B. If I'm flying out of Southwest, Southwest is terminal C. I know that. I ain't never been, and sometimes I know American is terminal T. The first terminal is usually American. But baby, I went over there because they moved our gate to, and they had like 2 Delta gates in that whole terminal, right? Baby, when I got up off that elevator, not elevator, escalator, and turned the corner, baby, I swore I was in some other dimension. I said, "What the fuck am I?" This shit was so good. This shit was so ratchet, ghetto hood. The shit that I was seeing over there, I had never even seen no shit like that. I didn't even know Atlanta Hartsfield had that kind of shit like that. I said, "What is this?" I said, "What is this?" Baby, listen. I said, no. I was so mad. Listen, I got on that plane. I told that flight attendant, I said, let me tell y'all something. I pay good money for this good Delta customer service. Y'all bet not ever, 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 ever move my gate over here to with these people. With those people, now, Miss Kiki, Terminal C is that's the Southwest terminal. But no, most of the time I'm going out of Terminal A or Terminal B. Now, if you fly American Airlines, you're going out of Terminal T. That I know because I done flew American a couple times. But yeah, it was a mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. And baby, listen. I told him, I said, y'all better not ever move my flight over here. I had never even been to those terminal. I said, what the fuck is this ghetto ass hood ass shit? I was concerned for my safety. I was clutching my book bag and shit. Like, oh, I was looking around, snatching my head around like the fuck. Girl, girl, us bougie girls. You know, they didn't even have a Delta Sky Club in that terminal. You know, some of us bougie girls, we have to go over to the Delta. I mean, us not bougie because I'm not bougie. Some of us elitist girls, you know, I go up to the club, the Delta Sky Club, and goes to lay on the cushiony seats and have me a drink and shit. Girl, I look, I said, what the fuck is this bullshit? Child, I am. It's like, oh, girl. And I'm not from Florida. I'm from Miami. Please get it right. Not from Florida, Paul. I'm from Miami. Don't do me, as I'll be forced to do you harder. I'm just saying. Ronald, they so rude and so hood. They do not be caring about you at all. Listen. And even if you go TSA, listen, I have TSA pre-check. I have clear. I have Delta Digital ID. I got all of it. All of it. It still could take you an hour to get through that fucker. And they be rude as don't give a damn. They be yelling at you as shit. Bitch, who is you yelling at? And you try not to go off on these people because they already know the power that they hold. The people down to the airline, they know if you try to get bucked with them, you going on a no-fly list for 5 years. And I cannot afford to be on nobody's no-fly list, okay? So they know that you can't really go to town on them like you want to. Because when and if you do, somebody gonna film it. You're gonna be all over the internet, and then you're gonna be on somebody's no-fly list for 5 years. It ain't worth it. So I try to hold my tongue and say, you know what, L Teddy, keep it together. We don't want to go off on these people. We don't want to end up on a no-fly list. Ciao. Now, Miss Bay think, listen, if you got a Delta flight and they fly you into Atlanta, your layover, and you got a layover in Atlanta, your layover better be an hour. You better have at least an hour. No less than an hour. I'm telling you, I promise you, if your layover is less than 1 hour between the two flights, between when that flight lands and that flight leaves, you won't make it. I'm telling you what I know. You would not make it. If it's less than an hour, oh yeah, you won't be making that. I can tell you that right now. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. You don't have TSA pre-check? Listen, crazy homebody girl. Ain't you going down to the Miami um for the cruise this week? Let me tell you something. Listen, you think Atlanta's TSA line is bad, crazy homebody girl? Wait till you get to MIA, Miami International Airport, and you have to fly out of Miami. Wait till you wait in them lines down to the Miami International Airport. Now, if you flying out of Fort Lauderdale, you might be in a better place. But flying out of MIA, yeah, you better get that 2-3 hours. You better get that 3 hours before. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. Oh, you just came back? Oh, okay. Okay, I was making sure. Making sure. Child. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, if you play around with Atlanta Airport if you want to, let that layover be less than an hour, baby. You won't make it. You will not make it. You flew out of MIA, crazy homebody girl, child. If you listen, if you do routine flying out of Atlanta, they make you get everything. You better have TSA pre-check, you better have clear, and you better have Delta digital ID. You better have all of it. All of it. Make it out of Atlanta. Listen, I'm just telling you what I know. Tell them, Miss Kiki, you better get all of it. They do. They absolutely do. Universal Goddess. They do not give. They do. It's so sad. It gets so bad at Miami International Airport. I've seen them, the TSA people say, listen, if your flight is within the next 30 to 45 minutes, please come with me. Show me your ticket. Because they know you're not going to make it through the line. They will literally do that. They'll say, if you have a flight, they'll make the announcement. If your flight is within the next 30 to 45 minutes, please come with me. Because they know you're not going to make it through that line. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, y'all can go on around there. The Frontier said they're gonna give y'all some free bags. Y'all can go over there and play with them. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and understand that I have to pay more. Not you was running through the airport and got your luggage and following that. You know what? Atlanta will do it to you, and you be running through, and the people would not move out your way. Let's be clear. You be trying to get through. You have to do, you got to be bobbing and weaving through the people because the people looking at you like, girl, that's not our problem. Get your flight together next time. And they be all in your way, walking slow, and you be trying to get there. Like, bitch, move. You see I'm running. You see I'm about to miss my flight. Baby, when they close that door, I think the flight attendants be taking, I think they get a kick out of telling you, I'm sorry, but we've closed the door. There's nothing I can do for you. We'll try to get you on the next flight as standby. We can place you as standby on the next flight. They be so rude. They be thinking that they being nice to you. They be so rude. Like you do. I understand sometimes why people want to snatch them bitches up in the goddamn airport. Like, oh, I'm sorry. We just closed the door. So unfortunate. We can put you as standby on the next flight. Girl. Girl. Samira, I'm telling you. Them the worst two. The worst two TSAs. Anyway. So y'all, oh God, listen. So this been happening between last night and tonight. Let me tell y'all something. Let me just tell y'all something. I watched the whole 30-minute video that Jess the mess made last night. I was telling Tanya this, y'all. Now this is gonna come out harsh. I was telling Tanya this, y'all. This is gonna come out harsh. Okay. This is gonna come out harsh. If I turned the screen off and it was just audio and listened to that, just a man, I thought it was a man. I would think it was a man. Like the way she was on that video, I thought it was one of the dudes from round the way in the neighborhood and shit. I was like, I had to look. Is this a dude? Like, the fuck? I made it through the whole 30 minutes. Ronald, I don't even know how I made it through the whole 30 minutes. Okay. Listen, it was a struggle, but I did it for y'all. I did it for y'all. Okay. I be over here suffering for y'all. Okay. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Ronald. Ronald sent me a cash app yesterday. Thank you, Ronald. He did send me a cash app yesterday. I wanted to thank you publicly for that, Ronald. But Jess the mess, she went on her social media. I think it was Instagram Live or something, going off because of the new chick on the Breakfast Club, Lauren, and all of this, that, and the third. And she feel like, she understand why Angela Lee Yee left, and they don't care about her. Come at Jess. First of all, come at Jess the mess. Okay. Come here, ma'am. Come here. You sound like, you know what you sound like? You sound like the woman that was the side piece and the mistress, and the man divorced his wife and he married you. And now you come to find out that he got a new side piece and mistress, and he's now about to divorce you. What are you surprised about? That's how you got here. And now all of a sudden you sympathize with Angela Yee, right? Let's also be clear. I don't know what Charlemagne and DJ Envy, we know Charlemagne is running the show around now. I don't know what Charlemagne was thinking about in terms of hiring her, because the whole purpose was to have some feminine energy with regard on this show, and not just have masculine energy, but give it some balance and have feminine energy. Baby, that's not just the mess. Just the mess ain't feminine at all. There's no feminine energy there. She basically feeds right into the overhyped, uh, 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 you know, hyper masculine, patriarchal society fuck shit. Even, her takes and opinions on shit. That shit ain't don't lend itself to. I mean, she could be a card carrying member of the Red Pill Society. I'm just saying. Her viewpoints and ideations fall right in line with the Red Pill Society, with the Umar people and stuff like that. She falls right in line. So they needed to bring somebody in here. Now, they also needed Lauren, because let's be clear, everybody on the show can't be the comedian or just trying to be here to just give a take or commentary. Somebody has to have some journalistic prowess, okay? Somebody has to go on there and be the measured one and bring you the story with some type of journalistic integrity or some type of journalistic efficacy. That ain't you, just the mess. You still reading on a 5th grade level, ma'am. And so Lauren came on there, and I don't even watch the Breakfast Club that much. Every now and again, I'll go over there and watch when y'all tell me it's something to watch over there, but I'm just not a frequent watcher. But a few times that I have seen it in the last few months, when they had the Lauren chick on there, the Lauren chick is much better on this show than you. Let's just call it what the fuck it is. She could present the stories better. She's much more researched than you are. She provides another, she does provide us a feminine take, or she's not giving us straight male, I'm in the barbershop take on everything. And then she tried to lean on y'all women now. Just the mess Jess the mess tried to lean on the women and say, "Oh, she tried to blame it on her being on maternity leave, and that's why they doing this stuff." Ma'am, it ain't got nothing to do with you being on maternity leave. The other girl is better than you. Girl, we didn't know. First of all, we were all surprised when you got this damn job. Let's be clear. We didn't want you to get the job in the first place. And they let you over there anyway. What you mad about? What you mad about? Now, let's go to the fact that you're handling this all wrong. Who's going to want to hire you now? Because you went on this. First of all of this shit that you was telling us on this, this saga that you gave to us in gory detail last night. We didn't know none of this was going on. So all of this you brought to the public. It didn't come off the show, right? So why would I want to hire you knowing that anything that happens, you going to make that fodder for your social media, right? Like, who's going to want to hire you now? Why would we want you involved with our organization, our job, our whatever we got going on, knowing that anytime you feel slighted, anytime you feel disgruntled, rather than coming to the office or coming to us and saying, "Hey, let's talk about this because I got some concerns, some issues," you want to put it out there so you can garner more sympathy. And you didn't help yourself. The general public is not here for you, ma'am. Nobody's over here saying, "Oh, justice for Jess the mess." No, we like, let that heifer go, bye. You go, okay, girl, go. We ain't like you anyway. Like, you're not helping yourself. We ain't like you. I ain't like her anyway, but that's just a whole situation. No, you ain't lying. Spicy original. I'm with you when you right. Chimera, that's what the people say. They say you was already missing before you had the baby. I'm generous by saying 5th grade reading level. She's at 3rd grade. I was trying to give her a little bit. But ma'am, I have no sympathy for you. None at all. That video that you made last night didn't do you no good. Ain't help you at all. Now, I didn't watch today's show. Was she on the show today? Because I didn't watch. I just watched the video last night or whatever from last night, but I didn't watch the show today. I was working. Where's HR? Baby, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know. Oh, she was on there today? Let her go. Let her ass go. We don't need her. We don't. Don't. You might as well. At the moment where you become the story, it's too much. If you're supposed to be giving us stories. You're supposed to be reporting on the news and the tea and the stories. When you become the tea, when you become the stories, you have failed as an outlet. That's a bad day. They had a whole meeting on there. Well, how did that go? Child. A mess. A mess. A mess. Angela Yee never talked bad about the company she worked for. Angela Yee just picked up her toys and said, "All right, I'm gone. Thank y'all for coming. I'll drive safely." Child. It was a mess. She looked childish as fuck. But that's how she reacts to everything. I listened to Jamie's Ask Me cover it. Jess finally broke down her real issue was. I stood it, but it took way too long to get there. Well, what was that? I was in and out on the 30 minutes. Basically, to me, she was mad. It all boiled down to she was mad because they brought some new girl in. That's what it all boiled down to me. Ch- They got callers at child. I'm not going to listen to that mess. Um, Child, you said it, Pinky Tiki. Anyway, we're moving on. At this point, why are we surprised with anything that this young man says and or posts? Here's what he posted. Try to contain yourself, members of the Beehive. I know y'all Beehive people be real serial. Let me try to contain yourself, okay? Try to contain yourself. Here's what he said. I need everyone to know that I took the post about. Oh no, let me. That's not the original post. Let me post the original post. Here's the original post, and then we'll get to that one. Here's the first post. Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're retarded. They look no like literally, and this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having retarded children is a choice. Here's what he posted after that. I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it? Am I right? Am I right? Fuck the world. Real talk. Fuck everybody. I, I Y'all got Wendy locked up and not him. That's my question. Wendy locked up, but he not. And I don't even like Wendy. I don't I don't even this does not even deserve commentary from me. This does not deserve my energy at all. Does not deserve my energy at all. And I'm not going to give it any. I'll let y'all members of the Beehive dog walk him. Y'all Beehive people, I'm surprised y'all haven't pounced and gotten his Twitter shut down. What the fuck are y'all doing, Beehive? Where's the Beehive? Y'all done got soft and shit? Or y'all too busy trying to get the money that y'all need to pay for her concert tickets this summer? I'm just trying to figure it out. Y'all done got soft as fuck. Y'all Beehive hoes came over here one time and shut my whole live down because I said something about her. This was back in 2020. Shut my whole live down. No, this was 2019. Child, y'all done got soft Beehive. Normally, y'all would have been to handle this. What the fuck are y'all doing? Why is his social media still up? L said, hey, how you doing? But I don't know what's going on with that. What the fuck? Where's all y'all notice how the Beehive people being real quiet? Is it y'all being real quiet, Beehive? Like he telling the truth or something. Now, is he telling the truth? I'm just trying to find out. Cause y'all seem to be real quiet. Y'all seem to be real reserved. This ain't like the Beehive. I wonder if y'all are saying that y'all agree with his sentiments. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Sir, go to hell. This is an update to a story that I did earlier this month. So they had the vote down to the Miami-Dade County Commission, and they have officially approved renaming several streets down to the Miami. Um, the streets will be in the Liberty City neighborhood, and they will be renamed after tracks like Trina's Still the Baddest, Ball Greasy's I Deserve It All, and Luther Campbell's It's Your Birthday. Okay. I'm here for it. So here's all of the streets, okay? I told you I wanted to know where this was gonna be. Um, but it passed 9-3. I told you I wanted to know where the streets was gonna be. Okay. So Northwest, Northwest 63rd Street, it had to be 63rd because 62nd Street is Martin Luther King Boulevard. But Northwest 63rd Street is going to be City Girl Street. Now, 63rd, Northwest 63rd Street rolls right through the old poker beans. Now, they done tore the poker beans down, but Northwest 63rd Street is adjacent to MLK Boulevard, which is 62nd Street. Northwest 67th Street, which is over there. Now, Athena Crowder is on 67th Street. The old the village used to be over there on 67th Street. And Holmes Elementary is on 67th Street too. I went to Holmes Elementary. That's gonna be called Born and Raised Street. 60 Northwest 68th Street. Now I grew up on 68 Terrace, but Northwest 68th Street is gonna be We the Best Terrace. Northwest 69th. Oh, I'm sorry. That is Northwest 68 Terrace. Okay. I thought it was there 68th Street. I read that wrong. So that's my old block. 68 Terrace is going to be We the Best Terrace. Okay. Shout out to 68 Terrace. I grew up on 68 Terrace. Okay. Because there's more people on 68 Terrace than 68th Street. We don't really claim 68th Street like that. But if you grew up on the Terrace, 68 Terrace, we claim you. 68th Street. They was fugazi over there. It was real fugazi on 68th Street. But 68 Terrace, Now 69th Terrace, Northwest 69th Terrace is going to be called Trick Love the Kid Street. That kind of makes sense because we used to have the jams a lot of times on 69th Terrace. Sometimes people thought it was always on 71st Street, but it was on 71st Street just a couple times. But 69th Terrace is where Uncle Al used to set up the speakers and have the jams a lot on 69th Terrace. No Pain, No Gain Street. Shout out to Betty Wright. It's gonna be 71st Street. Now that's over there where Liberty City Elementary is on 71st Street. Northwestern is on 71st Street, as well as Dorsey. DA Dorsey Skill Center is on 71st Street. That's what Miracles is at with the good Kong fritters. Now, Miracles, you go to Miami in the hood, Miracles is on 71st Street and 15th Avenue. So Northwest 71st Street is going to be No Pain, No Gain Street. Okay. Northwest 62nd Terrace, just off of 62nd Street, is going to be Welcome to the MIA Terrace. Tunnel Vision Street is going to be Northwest 66th Street. And then Lovers and Friends Street is Northwest 69th Street. There we go. I guess Lovers and Friends is appropriate for it to be 69th Street. But those are all of the streets. All of them are in Liberty City. All of them are in Liberty City. Yep. In case you wanted to know, there it is. Cynthia Bailey wants y'all to know she got a new man. She ain't got nothing else to do. But she just wants y'all to know she got a new man. That's him. That's a new man. What's the boy name? LaPrince. I think that's his name, LaPrince. I don't know him. You look kind of young for you, Cynthia. How old is he? He's 38. He was born in 1986. Weren't you like 22 in 1986? Let me see how old Cynthia Bailey is, because he's 38. So Cynthia Bailey is 58. That young man is 20 years younger than you, Cynthia. But I understand it, child. Sometimes you need you a young whippersnapper to come blow your back out. I'm just saying. She just wants y'all to know she got her a new boyfriend. She said she tried to keep him a secret, but people started, getting in her business. So she had to finally let y'all know. I promise you, we ain't care, Cynthia. I promise you, we ain't care. She says her life's been a mess since she went public with her relationship. I doubt it. Nobody gave a damn. If you want to go over there and let that young man with his strong back, he probably got a nice piece of dick too. He have to look on him like he got a nice piece of dick on him. That's just gonna leave you laid out. Like Kelly say, you don't want to feel your legs. I'm just saying, I ain't got nothing to do with it. We really ain't care. Ma'am, go with God. Tyler. Now Tyler says that he's sick of he's ready he's sick of Medea. And he's ready to put her to bed for good. We sick of you writing, Tyler. How about that? Now, according to the Griot, he admitted that he's sick of the epic character doing a recent appearance on Good Morning America to promote his upcoming film, Tyler Perry's Duplicity. When the conversation turned toward the famous fictional matriarch, he joked, quote, "I'm so sick of this old broad. I'm so sick of this old broad. What is it? Damn it, what is it?" End of quote. And then he announced that he's making a movie called Medea's Destination Wedding. Sir, go to hell, Tyler. Just go to hell. Leave us alone, Tyler, please. 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 People are begging you to bring back to finish season 2 of Back in Black. I don't know why y'all are begging for Tyler to bring anything back. He ain't gonna do nothing but fuck it up. Tyler ain't gonna take it from somebody who watched every episode of the Have and Have Nots from the first episode to the last. I was vested in. After the 3rd season, it was all downhill from there on Have and Have Nots. I'm still never gonna forgive Tyler because Benny was in that goddamn hospital bed the whole 2nd season. From episode 1, actually from episode 1 to the last episode of season 2 of the Have and Have Nots, Benny was in fucking jail, in the fucking hospital bed. The whole 2nd season. After he got ran over at the end of the 1st season. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the Have and Have Not. In the first 3 seasons, I was here for it. That was my show, the first 3 seasons. Now, it's just a mess. By the end, it was just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Listen, Miss Baythang, I will never forget, or what was the end? I think that was season 4 or 5. I think it was season 5. When when Jim and Catherine Cryer got shot at point blank range with a shotgun by their son. What was the son's name? Remember, the son lost it, took the shotgun and shot both of them at point blank range. And magically, the next season, the very first, that was the season finale. And the first episode of the next season, these bitches is up and functional. I said, you know what, Tyler? You ain't shit. Wyatt, thank you. Wyatt Cryer. Remember Wyatt shot them bitches? I was like, you know what? Child. Girl. Listen, I'm with you, little baby. The writing on the first season of Black in Black is horrible as hell. How the fuck a whole ass person crash out of a fucking hotel window and ain't nobody see shit. Ain't nobody check on shit. Ain't nobody in the room above, the room below, the room to the side saw the shit. Nobody on the street saw a whole ass window get busted out. And magically you fall and you ain't, that's like when Charles got shot up in that car. I knew full well. I said to myself, he ain't dead. This Tyler fucking Perry. Tyler Perry ain't gonna kill off nobody. Not nobody that cute. Mm-mm. Oh, he cute like that? Tyler ain't gonna kill you off. Not that quick. Not that easy. Mm-mm, mm-mm. If you cute, Tyler gonna keep you around for a little while. Now, the Charles is also in Ruthless, and in Ruthless, they done poked his eyeballs out. In Ruthless, he done got his eyeballs poked out, and the other look cute. Now, if you think Charles is cute, the other boy on Ruthless that be with Charles that got his dick cut off, he cuter than Charles. The little brown skin one, he cuter than Charles. Oh, he's so fine. And then the other tall, real muscular one, what his name is, Manny. That bitch so fine. But we saw Manny was on what show that was? What show was Manny on? Oh, Manny was on Bel Air. Manny was on the last season of Bel Air. He was the little boy who Vivian was trying to talk to for a little bit, the little cute dark skin one. That's Manny. But then it's the other boy I'm talking about that got his dick cut off. Child. Yes, he did. Listen, that's why I don't want to watch no more. I don't have no reason to watch no more Xavier. Because Daikon was my boy. I loved me some Daikon. But Daikon is gone. He did for real. They done chopped his whole head off. Head is off the body. They done had a whole ritual and fume and burned his body and all. Did. Gone. Even the actor that plays him, on his personal channel, Lenny Thomas, he had a whole thing on his personal channel thanking the fans and everything. He gone. Ruthless was good for like the first 2 seasons. Now the shit is just stupid. Cause Tyler always finds a way to fuck shit up. Tyler always find a way to fuck shit up. Cha. Cha. I only watched Black and Beauty and Black because my best friend said you better watch it so we could discuss it. I only have the capacity cams for one Tyler Perry show at a time. That's it. My one Tyler Perry show right now was Ruthless. That's it. That's all. But even Ruthless at this point, Daikon is dead. I have no reason to watch anymore. I have no reason to watch it. Daikon is dead and gone. I ain't got no more reason to watch it. I'm just saying. But Tyler, we don't care. You ain't getting rid of Medea. That's your moneymaker. Leave us alone. Anyway, that's the dossier for today, y'all. We done. I know this was a late edition because we had to do Teacher Project 2.0, but listen, we had to make it happen. I'll be back tomorrow. Now, what's gonna happen this weekend? I gotta go out of town this weekend, y'all, for a fume. So I apologize now. I won't be here Friday or Saturday. I see after tomorrow. I'll see y'all on Sunday. I mean on Monday. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I'm sorry if anybody wants to donate to the platform. There you go. I always forget to put that up. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I'm about to go lay it down. I got one more episode of Invincible to watch from this season. And I'm gonna make that happen and keep it moving. And I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay. All right. That's all. March Madness starts tomorrow as well. For those of you all who follow March Madness, tonight is your last opportunity to get your brackets together. So get your brackets in order. Tonight, March Madness starts tomorrow. All right. With that being said, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.